His Excellency, the Governor Malcolm McCusker, Mrs Tonya McCusker, the Premier, the Honourable Colin Barnett, Chairman of Lotterywest, Mr John Aitkins, and board members, distinguished guests. Parkerville Children and Youth Care were one of the first charities to receive a grant from the Lotteries Commission some 80 years ago. The sum, £200, was a substantial amount when you consider that 110 years ago, £280 purchased an 18-acre parcel of land in a suburb in Parkerville that we now hold dearly as our campus. The relationship between the Lotteries Commission and Parkerville became stronger in the 1950s, when the Board of Management of Parkerville suggested that perhaps the campus was better used as an aged care facility, a decision that was ratified until the Lotteries Commission came in and rescued the children's home yet again. And in 2007, when we embarked on our most adventurous campaign to date, it was Lotterywest who gave us the hope to achieve something we thought might be unachievable. Tonight, however, my position at this podium is not solely representative of Parkerville Children and Youth Care. It is representative of all community agencies that strive to create a civil society that cares for and gives hope to vulnerable people. George Orwell spoke about moral effort, and by that he was referring to the capacity of everyday people to give of their skills and their intellect, their individual and collective humanity and decency, to redress wrongs and have the collective courage to do so. Regardless of what profession or vocation or what community agency we represent here tonight, we too share a desire and an ability to apply a change and make a difference in a child or an adult's life. We do this by repairing the damage to a child's brain affected by abuse. Or we do this by giving shelter to those who have nowhere they can call home, or guiding those who cannot see, or helping those and giving strength to those whose days are spent in emotional darkness and despair, or providing consistency to those who cannot remember their most recent past, or giving support to those who are confined in a wheelchair, or reducing dependency on those people who are affected by mind-altering substances. Whatever it is that we do for the vulnerable community that we serve, the common denominator is we give hope. Lotterywest gives us hope to achieve what perhaps we may not have achieved on our own. This iconic Western Australian organisation does not start or stop with its vulnerable population. Lotterywest walks in partnership with the whole community of Western Australia. It serves that community by enabling the creation of a society that values diversity and understands that social capital can be met in many different ways. It is supported through the arts, sport, the environment, and most importantly, in creating the opportunity to bring people together to celebrate. And we know there are many occasions for us to celebrate living in this great state that we do. Like many CEOs in the room, I spent some time with colleagues over East, and it never ceases to fill me with West Australian pride that unlike our Eastern states counterparts, we have a Lotterywest. The jealousy of our Eastern states colleagues is palpable. But Lotterywest, however, is not just about giving money, in the same way as philanthropy is not just about receiving money. In 2007, we had a vision, a dream, an idea that we thought was innovative, challenging even to attempt to implement. We went to Lotterywest with our idea, and their response to us inspired us. After a number of meetings, Lotterywest invited us to put in a submission. Armed with that knowledge, we went to our board, and the board, impressed by the innovation of the idea and the fact that Lotterywest were willing to walk in partnership with us, gave the go-ahead to proceed. We then went to our corporate and community philanthropists, informed them of Lotterywest's support, and they too provided support to the project. We opened our Place of Hope in March 2011, the George Jones Child Advocacy Centre, the first of its kind in Australia and one of 900 globally. In the 2 years that we've been open, we have provided services for some 2,000 children, young people and families experiencing trauma from abuse. We believe we are making a difference, and the catalyst for that success was Lotterywest. Thank you, Lotterywest, for giving all of us in the community the hope that we can enable to give hope to others. Martin Luther King was once quoted as saying, "The most civilized of societies are those that care for the most vulnerable." In this state, we take great pride in the work that we do with our vulnerable population, and we take immense pride in our Lotterywest. And now it gives me great pleasure to introduce 4 new grant stories from 11 that have been recently produced to celebrate the extraordinary work being done by community organisations supported by Lotterywest. Please enjoy these very powerful stories from all around our vast state. They are certainly something to celebrate.